Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 272 of Looking at Stamps. And we continue with the Harlem Greats Week. Today's episode is dedicated to the intellectuals, activists, and journalists associated with the Harlem Renaissance. The first person we're going to talk about is A. Philip Randolph. This is Scott number 2402. This was issued in 1989 as part of the Black Heritage series. Randolph was a labor unionist, a civil rights activist. He was an outspoken proponent of minority labor. He was the vice president of the AFL-CIO in 1957. More importantly, he was the founder of the March on Washington movement and the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters that helped organize African American labor unions. So that is A. Philip Randolph, 2402. The next two people we're going to talk about whose stamps come on the Civil Rights Pioneers stamp set, and that is 4384. The first one we're going to look at is 4384A, and we're going to look at this person right here, and this is Mary White Ovington. She was a suffragette and a journalist. She was the co-founder of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, otherwise known as NAACP, and her nickname was the Mother of the New Emancipation. Once again, this is from the Civil Rights Pioneers stamp set, and that was issued in 2009. The next person we're going to look at, if I get my fingers to work, is this person right here. He is Walter White, and this is 4384D as in Delta. He was the executive director of the NAACP for 25 years. He helped lead laws against lynching, laws that desegregated the military, and laws for the Fair Employment Act. He established the Legal Defense Fund that won the Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka at the Supreme Court. And that is Walter White, 4384A. And the final two people we're going to talk about are from the Voices of the Harlem Renaissance. And this is 5471 to 5474. This was issued in 2020. And the first person we're going to talk about is Arturo Schomburg. Once again, you can go into more depth with these if you go to episode 200 of Looking at Stamps, where I released this particular review this particular stamp set on its first day of release. Arturo Schomburg was a social historian and journalist, and he established the Negro Society for Historical Research and is one of the prominent researchers that led to the resurgence of African American research and literature. That is Arturo Schomburg. And the last person we're going to talk about is simply called the Dean of the Harlem Renaissance, and this is Alan Locke. He was a writer, a philosopher, educator, and a patron of the arts. Like I said, he was called the Dean of the Harlem Renaissance, and he was the first Black person to get a PhD in philosophy from Harvard. And this was the catalyst for this week's series, is the Voices of the Harlem Renaissance, and one of the YouTube comments that I'll share with you on Friday, that was the catalyst for this. So that is all the time we have for today. Have a great day, and I will talk with you tomorrow with more entertainers from the Harlem Renaissance. Bye-bye.